I was about to step away and be done with the night, but I saw that Borderlands 4 got an official first look. I don't care what anybody says about Gearbox, Borderlands 3, Tiny Tina's Wonderlands, Battleborn. I've always been a massive Gearbox fan, still shilling to this, maybe not shilling, but still loving them and everything they do and trying every new game. I mean, I love Tiny Tina's Wonderlands. I enjoyed Borderlands 3. Battleborn is one of the best multiplayer games I've ever freaking played. I don't need to keep explaining why I'm incredibly hyped right now. I did not watch the Borderlands movie. Oh, this looks nuts already. Are we taking like a massive step forward here? Oh, wow. Look at the hair and everything. I mean, this looks like the logical step forward for Borderlands if they wanted to get bigger and badder and asser. This looks like the way to do it. Oh, okay. Oh, we starting that Civil War thing. There was... Who's that? I got goosebumps for a bad guy I've never seen before. Get that copyright music going. Sounds good, don't care. Oh, there we go. Okay, so it still looks like classic Border. Oh, we're gonna see the characters? Are we getting names? Give us names. Oh man, that guy looked sick. Pod racing? No way. Man, I could go for some Border. We got Claptrap. We got Claptrap again, baby. Of course, can't have Borderlands without Claptrap. Love him or hate him, you need him there. God, Gearbox knows how to do a trailer like no one else, dude. And it's just a teaser, too. Oh, a little more, add a little bit more verticality, some mobility being involved here. How is it Borderlands is the only game that can get away with that gold logo and still be cool and not like douchey? 2025, dude. Oh my god. Oh, there's something in there. That whatever that text was is not for nothing. There's something cryptic, maybe a new language in there or something going on in there that somebody needs to decode like tomorrow. Some nerd needs to get on this. Like, it looks so good. Whoever's downvoting that, it's an idiot. If you like Borderlands, that is exactly what you're looking for. Tiny Tina's Wonderlands was awesome too. I'd put that like, if I was ranking the Borderlands games real quick, it's like Borderlands 2, one of the greatest video games of all time, hands down the best bad guy of all time in Handsome Jack, maybe the best video game character in Handsome Jack, just a phenomenal character. And that's why I think Borderlands 3 caught so much heat, because it was really hard to follow up Handsome Jack. It's borderline impossible. It's Borderland impossible. And then Tiny Tina's Wonderlands was probably my second favorite. I really like Tiny Tina's Wonderlands. I wish the DLC was better. So actually, because the DLC was really lackluster, I'd probably put Borderlands 1 in second place because the DLC was amazing. And then Wonderlands, because it's still gameplay is awesome. Enemies are great. The abilities and skills are fun. It's just the DLC. I got ripped off. I paid like $50 or some shit for that DLC pass, and I got ripped off. I don't remember how much it was, but it was not right. That DLC wasn't worth $5 or $10. They were basically worse than Headhunter packs in Borderlands 2. And then Borderlands 3, then pre-sequel. Pre-sequel is my least favorite, but I still love the pre-sequel. My least favorite Borderlands is like an 8 out of 10. So what I'm saying is Borderlands 4 is going to be amazing. And then Battleborn above them all. I love Battleborn. Battleborn was so good. But we're not going to see that for a while. If ever. I just refuse to let go of hope. I hope someday we'll get there. But yeah, I got to say, I am very intrigued to see what they do. Obviously, if they want to bring back the love that they once had for the series, which is going to take a lot because we're in a new age, they're going to have to appeal to new people for this. Luckily, it's not Borderlands 9, or else most people would be like a little iffy on joining in. But Borderlands 4, it's just the fourth one. It's totally possible to grab some new players. That name isn't too scary. I think what they got to do is like, The bad guy needs to be really good because I think they maybe know now that the gameplay is always going to be decent. It's always decent to amazing. The guns are obviously something that needs to be done really well, but the story and the characters all need to knock it out of the park to regain or gain in general a new player base, which I think they could do it. Gearbox, they get a lot of shit because Randy Pitchford is a goon and they make some super weird decisions, and there's also been there's a laundry list of controversies, but they know how to make a good game. I mean, you've played Aliens Colonial Marines, right? Just kidding. But I don't know what, like, I'm trying to think. It sucks because if I'm like thinking what I want most from it is like some sort of PvP or expanded upon PvE, like better end game. Because like that was the thing with Wonderlands, is the end game wasn't great. It just became like a roguelite. And they could have done it a little bit better, and the DLC could have fleshed it out a little bit better, because it got boring a little quickly, but it was still a fun, interesting endgame. I don't know. I didn't fall in love with that one. It wasn't the best endgame. It's probably the DLC is hampering that quite a bit. I don't know if they ever came back and fixed all the DLC issues and actually released a real DLC with story and everything. I didn't bother to check. I felt burned. Just like I felt burned from Cyberpunk, I felt burned. I mean, I don't know how much responsibility Gearbox takes for that. I don't know why I brought up PvP. I really want Battleborn. I would love to see Gearbox get filthy stinking rich and then listen to some of the Battleborn enjoyers and give us another crack at Battleborn. I know Gigantic completely failed, and it's a joke. It's a laugh. I was given away for free like 3 months later because it failed so hard because of server issues and people not wanting to pay $20 for a MOBA in 2024, which is completely valid. I don't think they should have done that. I see why they did it, but I don't know. I just want any inkling of hope for Battleborn. It's such a lost cause. We're supposed to be talking about Borderlands. Most people didn't like Battleborn. To me, it was one of the best games I've ever played. But Borderlands 4 looks incredible. They got to nail the bad guy. Guns are a given. Gameplay's a given. Get a good bad guy in there. He's never going to be better than Handsome Jack, but he'll be pretty good, even if it's like Ugly John. Ugly John would be a wild move. Hopefully they don't go too tongue-in-cheek. I mean, they are known for being a bunch of goofballs up there. So it could be there could be a guy in there named Ugly John. I wouldn't be shocked. What are these recommended videos right now? What is the man who tried kickstarting his own Breaking Bad sequel? Is this the man? I don't know who Kudos is. Maple Story? I don't know. I feel responsible for what's coming up on my Dead Rising 2 only with fish. They got the Sega fish guy. I feel responsible for what comes up in my feed here, but I have no idea why any of these are being recommended to me. At all. I watched the Mr. Beast video from Oompaville, and now that's a thing. Now I guess I'm a big Oompaville fan, but I hated that interview because he treated Mr. Beast like anyone would a kindergartner being interviewed. I mean, it was the most softball bullshit ever. And he had his excuses, or he had a big old list of excuses. That's not what it's about. Borderlands 4 looks incredible. I'm just going to say that. I'm yapping too much. It's because I wasn't expecting to record anything else, but that looks awesome. And if you disagree with me, that's totally valid, but you're wrong.